we are getting ready to head out for our hike for today. And we're hiking from Vernazza to Monterosso, which is one of the more popular trails. So I'm excited about it. It's supposed to be really steep, a lot like what we did yesterday, with really narrow stairs and all of the things. But yeah, we'll see what happens next. Okay, we are starting the hike to Monterosso. Oh, Scotty.
Enchanting, for sure.
This is definitely Hobbit stuff. So that was lovely, and I should have filmed more of it, but there's a bar on this trail. Okay, hold on. About a quarter mile outside of Vernazza. So we've already done 1.25 miles and we have a quarter mile left. And we met this lovely couple from Boston, chatted for a long time, and I had a limoncello spritz, only one, because if you have two, we've still got the stairs going down into Monterosso, but you can see Monterosso from here. What? I mean, they were playing Sinatra. I cannot. And just like that, there's Monterosso. Monterosso is the largest of the 5 towns, and it's where all of the actual resorts are. So beautiful. Those are our new friends. Wave, you guys. Those are our new friends from Boston, who hopefully are not part of the witness protection program, because and there's Monterosso. I love it. Oh my gosh, that beach, y'all. That is so beautiful. Also, we have made it to Monterosso. Absolutely beautiful. It's very quiet because right now is the time of day when everyone takes their nap. So the restaurants are closed and everyone is just very chill. The water is back that way. So I got 2 scoops of pistachio right there. So good. So Monterosso definitely has the most high-end feeling. The shops are all very high-end. Everything is immaculate. I mean, immaculate. The streets are all gorgeous. It has a very elevated feeling to it. I'll show you guys around more in a second. We're taking the ferry back from here, but I wondered, because this is where most of the resorts are, I wondered when we came here if I would feel like, oh, maybe we should have stayed here. I don't feel that. I'm glad we stayed in Vernazza because it feels more authentic in a way than this does. I don't know, hard to describe, but we're still very happy here. We did not have nearly enough time in Monterosso. It really is a beautiful village, albeit more resort feeling. I actually felt a little bit like the vibes I got on the Isle of Capri when I was there, which is not a bad thing, but we just preferred the more authentic feeling, less resorty feel we got in Vernazza. One isn't better or worse. One was just more our style, if that makes sense. The ferry ride back was beautiful and blissfully uncrowded. This is what you get when you travel in the off season in the Cinque Terre. You still get beautiful weather in late September, early October, but you get very, not maybe low crowds, but lesser crowds. And it just has a lot more relaxed feeling. Okay, we're so close to the ferry stop that is the ferry we were just on. And now it's on its way to Monterosso. Right, Scotty? Yeah, because not Cornelia, because there's no port stop there, but yeah. Back home, we're cooking dinner tonight, so we'll see how that goes. I made this with this view. I mean, right? A little dramatic, maybe. Nonetheless, there you go. Bon appetit. Mangia. It's so sad, you guys, because I have to pack, but I'm packing for us to go to Locarno, Switzerland on Lake Maggiore, and I have a beautiful view while I do it, so it's not really all that bad. Okay, almost done. A few more things to put in here, but yep, that's another benefit of packing light. It only takes 2 seconds to pack. As far as La Spezia, and already we're looking at the board and like all of the different trains that are canceled for today, some of which are before 9 a.m. So I'm feeling really good about the decision we made to rent a car here in La Spezia. We're just hanging around for a few minutes because the car rental agency doesn't open until 8:30. But getting out of the Italian rail system early today was smart. The train was packed, so everybody was trying to get on that first train. And yeah, if you didn't know about the rail strike today, especially if you needed to get a flight, it would be really bad. We did find out, like I said yesterday, there will be buses from the main train station. Are we all good? Okay, so we found our taxi, so next step of the adventure. Baby's first Italian car rental. I think we know what we're doing. I think I'm the most nervous about getting out of La Spezia, but I think we'll be okay. I might close my eyes, so I may not come back until we've crossed into Switzerland. It'll be fine. We'll be fine. It's not a big deal. Totally fine. Okay, we are on a freeway in Italy, a tollway to be more specific. We have our card that we got at the first station. Yesterday we met a guy at a bar on a mountain. Stephen. Hi, Stephen.
Literally.
And he said they made the mistake of going through the auto pass lane, and so they didn't get a ticket. And then they got to where you pay, and she was like, "Where's your ticket?" And it was a whole thing. They got it figured out. They didn't get fined. He said they just played dumb American, and they were able to take care of it. But the first one, you want to get a ticket. I will say that we've heard that advice over and over. If you make a mistake, if you don't get your train ticket validated, if you bought a ticket for the wrong train, whatever.
Own it.
Own it. Just like mea culpa the heck out of that. Tell them what you've done before they tell you what you've done, and they're going to be much less likely to make you pay a big fine or, you know, whatever public humiliation you might be subjected to. On driving in Italy and Switzerland, because you drive on the same side of the road that we do in the US, it was remarkably like driving in Georgia or anywhere in the US. The only difference was, of course, all of the signs were in Italian, or once we got into Switzerland, in either Italian or German, or both, but we navigated it just fine. The traffic around Milan was a little crazy, so I didn't film as much of the driving as I had anticipated, but we made it in one piece, and I was overly concerned for nothing. I will say, make sure you go into your local AAA office and get your international driver's license. You don't need it to rent a car, but if you should get pulled over, get in an accident, any of those things, you will absolutely need to have it on you. I want to say it was less than $50. So a small thing, and yet a very important thing to do before you decide to rent a car anywhere in Europe. We are at Italian Buc-ee's, and it's actually really cool. What is that? Very cool stuff here. You can buy all the wine and the groceries and everything, and it's essentially just a really nice rest stop, truck stop. Look at all this. Oh my gosh, so cool. Very clean restrooms, and there's a whole cafe. Oh, we could get Oreos. There's all kinds of American food here, tons of Italian food, toys, Red Bull, limoncello, all the things you could possibly want right on the freeway. So convenient. If you wanted to get a little frozen coloring kit, you'd be all set. A Lamborghini right here. Look at that. There's a big old wheel of Parmesan. Italian Buc-ee's was really fun. They had, I don't know what is going on with my hair. They had all kinds of snacks. We got some nuts. I'll show you what I got. Well, I had a little yogurt parfait there. And then I got this little thing. It looked good. It says something, Parmigiano Reggiano e Cracker Molino Bianco. So crackers and cheese. Scott got a Coke Zero. I mean, you know, and now we are 2.5 hours away. We don't cross into the Swiss, like once we cross the Swiss border, we're almost there, right? So we're in Italy for another couple of hours yet, but the traffic's picked up quite a bit, but it's all good. Also, schools are all closed today too. I don't know if I mentioned that earlier. So there were a lot of kids in the rest stop. I think a lot of parents taking advantage of a long weekend. So the cheese is like a whole beautiful block of Parmigiano Reggiano, and then these lovely crackers. That was a good call. Good idea, Jen. We are coming into the Swiss border. I'm probably not supposed to be filming. I don't know. I don't think they're stopping anybody. I think they're just letting us go through. So there you go. We're in Switzerland. That's fun. I've never been in Switzerland in my whole life. 30 miles. You're going to stay on E35. Yeah, E35. So that's fun. And we have just about an hour left in our journey. Welcome to Switzerland, honey.
Welcome to Switzerland.
That's so fun. Okay, we have arrived. This is the Lago Maggiore Hotel. And it was a little harrowing to get here, which is why after the drive I got real quiet, because there's lots of narrow one-way streets, but we did not die. And they gave us a beautiful room. And this is not a place where I have seen a lot of Americans go to. Definitely there's a ton of, obviously, Swiss here, Germans, Italians, and I'm kind of loving that vibe. So let me show you what I'm looking at. This is so beautiful. Oh my gosh. Look at the view. Oh my gosh. And this hotel was very reasonably priced compared to what we paid for in Vernazza. Now, granted, we had a whole apartment in Vernazza, but there are two towns, Ascano and Locarno. I'll tell you all about them later and why we chose to stay here. But here's a quick look at the room. I actually found this room or this hotel through a YouTuber, and I was like, okay, that looks like a really lovely place. So we have our lovely beds with individual duvets, which I have heard is the key to a happy marriage. Really pretty sitting area. Breakfast was included in the room. Looks like we have bottled water, little desk area. I'm gonna do one of these like right away. Wonderful coffee machine, plenty of snacks. It looks like that is an honor bar, but I don't think that surely the coffee doesn't cost money. And now I'm gonna have Scott get out of the bathroom and I will show you the bathroom. He's in there hiding so that I could film the room tour. And you've got, real quick, we do have our Swiss plug adapter. No USB-Cs by the bed, but that's okay because we have all of our stuff. Oh my gosh, that view. Okay, let me show you the bathroom. Oh my goodness, this bathroom is massive. Really big, gorgeous shower. Very, very, very pretty. Nice big sink. Let me see who the amenities are by. Zero waste hand wash. We love Earth. Well, I love Earth too, Marie Danielle. Little water cups. A little radiator, you can warm up your towels. This is just lovely. Oh, and washcloths. They never have washcloths in Italian hotels, and really they don't in French hotels, but in this hotel they do. That makes me very happy. Oh, so good. Also, we stopped at Aldi on the way in, and I bought the most beautiful little Swiss strawberries and some fresh bread, some butter, and some balsamic vinaigrette, or not balsamic vinaigrette, balsamic, that I'm gonna bring back to my son, the cook. So that will be kind of fun. That was only €2, and I don't know, maybe it'll be good, maybe it won't, but look at those strawberries. They're so pretty. I feel like this trip has two different parts. The first part in Cinque Terre was all about hiking and outdoors and water, and not rustic's not the right word because it's such an enchanting place, but very different from where we are now, which is feels, honestly, if I was going to compare this to a place, it feels very much like Laguna Beach in California, like still super chill, but just a little more sophisticated, and there's lots of live music. In fact, there's piano music. I don't know if y'all can hear it. And I asked the bartender where it was coming from, and he said it was the cook, and he's also a pianist, so he likes to play during his break, and it's just lovely. So getting to know this region, the Ticino region of Switzerland, is going to be really fascinating. And in case I didn't mention it already, everyone here speaks Italian because this is the Italian part of Switzerland. So even though we're in Switzerland, almost all the signage has been in Italian. Everyone speaks Italian. Yeah, it's very fascinating to me. More to come. The next video in this series is going to be a little different as I share with you guys all the amazing things there are to do in the Ticino region of Switzerland. This is a part of the world I'm nothing about, and it blew us away with its beauty, the restaurants. We had such an amazing time. I can't wait to bring it to you. Make sure you subscribe, and I'll see you next time.